Three Albuquerque hospitals announced today that they are temporarily pausing COVID testing for asymptomatic people. They didn't give a specific answer as to why, but News 13's Rachel Knapp found out. She's live in the studio. Rachel?
Jessica, Tricor Labs, one of the places where they perform COVID-19 tests, tells me it's because there's a high demand for the coronavirus tests in other states.
Supplies have been a challenge since the beginning of this pandemic.
Since the pandemic hit New Mexico in March, Tricor Labs says they've gathered COVID-19 testing supplies from multiple manufacturers, which includes the PCR test.
PCR stands for polymerase chain reaction, and it's the type of test that we use to look for the coronavirus.
Today, Loveless, Presbyterian, and UNMH announced that they are temporarily stopping asymptomatic testing because of a, quote, unanticipated disruption in COVID-19 PCR testing supplies. Tricor says the reason behind it is simple economics.
And now these PCR reagents that we actually use to perform the test, those we get from many manufacturers across the country. And because of the increased demand on testing that we're seeing in states all over, it's putting a demand on the system. And so we get a certain number of supplies that we have per week. And there are times that we have limitations on being able to ask for additional supplies from those manufacturers.
Even with this delicate balance of supply and demand, Tricor says they will still be able to test their maximum capacity of 3,700 cases each day.
Dealing with this supply and demand issue is actually something that every New Mexican can help Tricor with. And that's every time you wear a mask, you practice social distancing, you limit your exposures, that's preventing another test coming to our lab. And so I really don't...
Local Albuquerque hospitals will still be testing people who have COVID-19 symptoms and people coming into the hospital for non-coronavirus related surgeries. Presbyterian will also test people who have been exposed to the coronavirus. Jess.
All right, thank you, Rachel. Tricor says from March until today, they have tested 250,000 New Mexicans for coronavirus.